What's been going on, beautiful people? It has been a while. I am finally back, darlings. Yes. The whole show thing was over with. Now I'm just looking for a job and all that, all those moments and apples. But look, I've missed a whole bunch of Real Housewives episode. Maybe I'll get to them. Maybe I won't. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what's gonna happen in the future. But I'm definitely still here with you guys. But anyway, let's just get straight into this Whitney movie. So I was booked the other day when it came on. I wasn't able to check it out, but I saw it tonight, and I had such high hopes. Because the one and only Angela Bassett, Tina Turner, Bernardine, um, Marie LeBeau, an American Horror Story, uh, just Stella, how Stella got a groove back. Just such an amazing, incredible, strong actress that we all love and respected. This is her first movie that she produced. Um, so we was expecting a lot, and just from the scenes, we was like, yes, because Yaya was on point from America's Next Top Model season 3. She was the runner-up to Eva. Eva ended up winning, and we just had a lot of high hopes for this film, or at least I did anyway. And the few little clips from the film looked great. I was like, okay, let's go, let's get it, let's go. But once I saw it in its entirety, I was like, Jesus, I'm your baby tonight, I guess. That's why I got my little bow here at the top, because you know that Bobby Christina was tweeting Angela Bassett, a while back. It was like, look, I need to play my mama in this damn film. You don't know shit about my goddamn mama, bitch. I need to play my mama in this film, girl. And Angela Bassett paid the girl's dust. But she showed how much she gave a damn about Bobby Christina because she was a goddamn baby the whole time. Wham! So that's why I have my little bow in. Wham! Don't talk. You didn't have the chance to grow up, darling. This is not about you. Boop. Okay, so anyway, this started all this film with Whitney Houston sitting in the audience watching Bobby Brown perform. He rolling and grinding and dick swinging all on the stage, and she's just in awe. I've never seen that before. What is it? And so they go backstage, and she talked to Bobby, and she was just like, good job, and I apologize for something I did early. He was like, it's cool. It was like, you Whitney Houston, though, you were an amazing singer. I have to dance and do all kind of extra stuff because I'm really not that great of a singer. Whitney was like, no, you lying. You really are a good singer. Shut up, Whitney. So they talk and they converse in all those moments. They show Whitney Houston walking down the street with Bobby Brown. They getting to know each other a little bit more. And people asking Bobby for his name and who he is and his autograph. Well, no, they know who he is. They're asking for his autograph and all that. And then this one girl was like, "Can I have your picture too, Whitney Houston?" Like, it seems like um, at one point they made it seem like Bobby Brown was more popular and more um, famous than Whitney Houston, and I never thought that. So I'm not quite understanding what's the tea or what's going on, but yeah, very interesting. It's a lot of Bobby. So it has her 26th birthday, Whitney Houston 26th birthday, and she's getting ready to walk in the back with Bobby. Bobby finally shows up, and some queen hands her some drugs in a little packet, and she takes it. Nobody really sees it. It's a party. Nobody's really paying attention. She takes it, go into a back room with Bobby, and she was like, "You want some?" He was like, "No, I don't do that kind of stuff. I know what it does to people." Whitney was like, "Yeah, well, it does a lot for me. You should try it." He was just like, "No, no, I'm not gonna try it. Whatever." Um, Bobby sweet talk her ass, and he got the draws pretty much. The sex scenes in this movie was very interesting. Like, oh my gosh, like I was so shocked by like how much they showed. They actually showed. They damn near showed areola. We saw asscrack.com. We saw like a little dick print and stuff. I was just like, what is. I mean, obviously, we knew that Whitney Houston and Bobby Brown had sex. Hashtag duh. They's married. Eyes are married now. But who needed to see that? Like, I can understand one sex scene, but it was a few in this movie. Anyway, um, let's see. Deborah Cox. I feel like the best thing about this film, in my opinion, was the singing. In my personal opinion, Pink Bow, in representation of Bobby Christina as a baby in this film. I feel that Deborah Cox slayed the vocals in this movie. I thought the vocals was on point. I'm your baby tonight in the studio. What? Yaya's facial expressions are interesting. It was a little over the top, but Whitney gives her heart and soul, and Whitney is a sweater, and them wigs with the bang, them curly wigs. Y'all know Nippy. We love her. Rest in peace to her. Um, so Whitney, and a little later on, damn, Whitney watching Sparkle, and I guess that was her favorite movie or something. I don't know how the hell they found that out. Because the family didn't talk to their ass about it. Even the family like tweeted and stuff. Or I saw this. I saw something online today earlier where it said something like the family sent out messages or text or just like a notice to the people. It'd be like, don't watch this, we don't support this, yada yada. I guess similar to the same way thing with the Aaliyah thing. They families want they feel like their story should be told on the big film. I feel like Whitney's should be told on the big film, but I mean, it is what it is. We didn't think, especially with Angela Bassett being a part of it, we didn't think that it was necessarily turned out to be the way that it did. But I can't say for it to be Angela Bassett's first, her directorial debut, if you will. Uh, for that reason only, it was good. The everybody looked good in the film, all that good stuff. A lot of people's going in on Yaya. Oh, you can't be Whitney. You don't look like Whitney. I thought she looked beautiful, in my personal opinion. I think Yaya is a beautiful girl, period. And I thought in a lot of scenes she did look a lot like Whitney. It's a look she should keep up, especially with the big curly fro when she was walking down the street with Bobby toward the beginning of the film. Cute. Good look. So, you know, they talking and, you know, Nippy's sniffing or whatever. And so she tells her parents that Bobby proposes and we're gonna fall in love and I want to have babies and Bobby, I want that too. Yet he just left his other baby mama house from being with her. She like it ain't gonna work and he don't care because that's Whitney Houston coins, coins, coins in the bank. Which is why I don't understand how Eric Benet cheated on Halle Berry. It's not just a look thing. Nobody is above being cheated on, no matter how you look. But the coins, coins in the bank. How dumb. Anyway, so the family is upset and they're not having it. They were like, we tried our best, Sissy and the daddy. It was like, we tried our best to keep you and your brothers out the hood. And you gonna go and marry a hood rat? You's a backwards bitch. And, Whitney's upset and crying and all that mess. Also, Whitney had went to go see Clive. A lot of these wigs in this film was interesting because I felt like they was mixed match the wigs. She had certain wigs for certain eras, but it was all like jumbled up and she just had on random wigs. Like it was at least damn 15, 20 to 20 wigs in this one film. I was like, really? I mean, Whitney was known for her different wigs and stuff, but it was just like it was all jumbled up. It was too much. 1 minute it was 19. 1 minute it was bodyguard Whitney. The next minute it was damn I'm your baby tonight Whitney. The next Whitney it was damn freaking greatest love of all. It was just a lot. I just couldn't keep up. I was like, no, this wig was supposed to go with this era. This wig's supposed to go for here. I was like, okay. moments. I guess they didn't pay that much. I guess that wasn't that important to them, but when you notice shit, you notice shit. When you're a fan of somebody, you notice things. So, like I said, the parents weren't having it. It was just like, no, fuck Bobby, no, and she was upset, and crying, yada yada. Um, Bobby told her this girl Kim pregnant. She had came back from somewhere and she was crying, running up the steps, nippy and upset, and of course she pulled out that special drawer where that special powder was, and she had her moment. I guess she got over it. Let's see. Oh, she talking to her mama. She had a miscarriage. I guess, um, yeah, she had a miscarriage, and she's crying, upset. Y'all was very over the top. The acting in this film, like it was just very fast paced. It was very over the top, and it was just like, let me act a fool in this one scene so we can hurry up and move to the next scene so the shit can be over with because we got to go to lunch. That's what it seemed like to me. It was just like this, and it was just all about freaking Bobby. You know, I watched a video of T.S. Madison. Just like T.S. Madison. She had mentioned BD, Big Dick Bitch. She had mentioned that it was very much like the Bobby Brown story featuring Whitney Houston. That's kind of what it seemed like. It was just too much Bobby Brown. Did Angela Bassett reach out to Bobby Brown to talk to Bobby Brown about it? Did he get a check? He had to get a check because it just seemed like the Bobby Brown story and how and all the trials and tribulations they went through in their relationship with his infidelities and with her family not caring for him. That's what it seemed like. It was moments. So Cloud come up to the hospital, child, when she had little Bobby Christina. Wham. You ain't gotta say nothing, Bobby Christina. We got you. Wham. And so he was just like, okay, that's cute. That's a cute little baby. Yeah. But bitch, you need to get back out on this road and promote The Bodyguard, the movie and the soundtrack. I gotta get that. That's one of the only ones I don't have on thing. Anyway, I had the chance to get it, but anyway, let me just keep going. So she was just like, Clive, listen, um, I gave you many years of my life, and the thing is that I am taking 2 years off. This is for me. This is for Baby. This is for Christina. This is for my baby girl Christina. And I'm taking 2 years off, and that is it. I made my decision. Nothing left to say. Please leave. Because I'm Whitney Houston, and I've spoken. Clive was like, okay, good. Clive looked really good. Clive looked like Clive. That was the only look that was on. That was 100% on point. I feel. Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. All right. So she was just like, whatever. Um, Clive invites Bobby up there to try to convince him to let Whitney go out on tour. Like she needs to go out on tour. That's what she needs to do for me. I've done a lot for her. She needs to do this for me. And Bobby was just like, look, nigga, I'll see what I can do, all right? So Bobby comes home. Whitney is sitting in the rocking chair holding Bobby Christina and singing Yes, Jesus Loves Me. Y'all remember that from the Bodyguard soundtrack? Yes, Jesus loves me, for the Bible tells me so. Child, I love that saying with Whitney's sister and and her singing in the Bodyguard movie. Sing girls. All right. So they sing, and she decided to go out on tour and promote and have a nanny to watch Bobby Christina and her mom, I guess. Now, this was funny. So she on tour, right? And the very first song they started singing was "I'm Every Woman." Now, if you noted, if you remember, "I'm Every Woman" came out the video when Whitney Houston was pregnant with Barbara Christina. And maybe I just didn't do my research, or maybe I just didn't know. at the time, but I don't remember that many performances of Whitney doing "I'm Every Woman." But like that was one of the main songs that they like, and they kept showing different outfits of her just performing that one song, "I'm Every Woman," which is originally Shaka Khan's song. And so, if you didn't know, and so I was just like, okay, and Shaka Khan. The way y'all looked at the kid, looked at the damn crowd and said, "Shaka Khan." I couldn't take it. I was like, oh my gosh, the dramatics of it all. It was a lot. It was a lot. And it was a little bit. And it was a lot, if that makes sense. It was fast and it was slow. It was wrong and it was right. Very all over the place type movie. Um, so they show a scene where they all in a club together. At this point, Whitney Houston is Whitney Houston. Bobby Brown is, every little step I take. Bobby Brown, he's a choo choo train. He's still trucking. But Whitney Houston is Whitney Houston. And so they're in the club, they all dancing or whatever. And Whitney asked to hold my jacket and my purse because I'm finna go dance with my girlfriends, my girlfriends. So she's just like, okay. So they dance or whatever. And while Bobby's sitting down, some groupie he slept with back in the day, comes up to him and was like, what's going on with you? And she looking at Whitney out in the crowd. Whitney's, she's getting her life out there with Robin. So they're talking and she's basically trying to sleep with him again. Ain't nothing worse than an old thought. You hear me? Pathetic. So they're talking and he was like, no, I don't do that no more. And she was like, oh, who the hell are you? Mr. Houston. That hurt his confidence. So Bobby started drinking and acting a fool. A plum fool. Let's see. So after that, I guess he ended up sleeping with the girl actually because they showed a scene with Whitney coming in and Bobby is beating this girl's guts out. And he jumps up, butt booty ball ass naked. And, she's upset, the drama. Then they show the next scene and Bobby's, trying to talk, trying to come in the house and Robin, who used to handle Whitney's businesses and stuff, a very, very good friend. A very, 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 very good friend. Was quite strong. She's like, no, Bobby, you can't come in. What the hell is you doing? Take 2 steps back. I know you take every step, but you just don't take this step. And he was just like, no, I have to see her. This is Whitney. This is Nippy. And y'all just showing out in the bed. I can't see her. And he finally break through Robin and push her on down the steps or something, snap her neck or whatever. And, he comes in and Whitney, you should have thought about that. And I'm sorry, you should have thought about that. You don't love me. Get out of my face. The drama. She locks the door and closes it. He trying to bust down the door. The acting. All right. So they have a little break between each other. They kind of break up somewhat. Bobby goes back home, hanging with his old homeboys, from the hood. And his homeboy that he's with in the club gets into it with some guy because he owes the guy money. They go outside the club. Bobby and his best friend, I believe, they sitting down talking, or standing up talking outside the club. And the guy just comes over and pops Bobby ass in the head. Boom, bam, boom. And, and Bobby's standing right there, and no guy falls on top of Bobby. Bobby's screaming. He calls Whitney. He was just like, look, Whitney, I need your help. Whitney, I need your help. Whitney was like, Bobby, what is wrong? Bobby, what is wrong? Bobby, what is wrong? And he was just like, I need your help. I love you. I don't want this lifestyle no more. I don't want this shit. It's over with. All that good stuff. She was like, okay, Bobby, calm down, Bobby. I'm going to get you some help. Whitney, Whitney is here. And I'm going to get you some help. Child, Whitney was like, what should I do? Oh, I got to perform. She gets that mic and goes back out there. It was a lot of scenes in here that wasn't meant to be funny, but I fucking laughed. I kikied for days, for hours, for minutes, for seconds. I thought it was just funny. It was funny. A lot of it just seemed in certain parts it was like overacting. Uh, a lot of stuff was just like it was much. I'm sure I'm not the only one, but I could be whatever. But I don't know. I'm very on the fence with this film. I really am. Anyway, the last scene ended with Bobby coming, well, her singing "I Will Always Love You." Well, Deborah Cox singing it in her, in Deborah Cox's version of I Will Always Love You" was absolutely beautiful. Deborah Cox is bad. She's one of the only artists that I can think of that can even come close to sounding almost exactly like Whitney Houston. Um, so yeah, she the dress was beautiful. Y'all looked amazing. She sung the shit out of it. Yeah, decent. But they had broke. They showed some words. They had broke up. After like 15 years, Whitney Houston 7 consecutive #1 hits. On the first album, I believe it's on the first album, and or no, maybe it was like our first 3 albums. I don't know. I have to look it up again, but yeah, it was moments. Wow, this movie was definitely better than Aaliyah movie, but that's not saying much because any and every movie produced in the future, biopic wise, I feel more than likely is going to be better than the Aaliyah movie. Um, on a scale of 1 to 10, I rate this movie like a 6.5. I wish I could give it more because I absolutely love Angela Bassett. She is something else. Love her to pieces. I heard a lot of people say on Facebook that this movie reminded them of What's Love Got to Do with It, with Angela and Lawrence Fishburne. Like the whole, yeah, in some parts it did. But I want to believe that Angela Bassett did the absolute best that she can. I just didn't like the fact that every 5 minutes Whitney was going back and forth to that drawer. Get that packet of powders out. I was like, oh Lord. Mm-hmm. And somebody posted on Facebook, remember when Whitney won the Lifetime Achievement Award, the BT Awards, I think it was 2001, and she came out skipping. I'm every woman. Yes, I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. You better lay low. Y'all remember that? Strong out boots. But I don't know. Y'all tell me about this film. Was I disappointed? Honestly, yeah, I was. But I'm gonna take it for what it is. I don't know what the hell to expect from any more biopics on Lifetime. Lifetime can give this fucks about black people job. I don't get it. I don't. Um, but with this, Angela Bassett can only get better. And shouts out to Bobby Christina. Girl, the solid cabotage they gave you as a baby. Nobody wants you to talk. All right. With that, I'm Mr. Chalaki. I'm Mr. Chalaki on Google Plus. Follow me at It's Keysworld on Twitter. Chase Keys here on Facebook. I'm gonna try my best, you guys, to be more consistent with my videos and just keep you guys updated or whatever. Like I said about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I might go back and review the shows, but I've missed like 2 or 3 episodes, so probably not. I'm just maybe possibly just gonna pick up, but I still have to rewatch it for myself. I just might not do a review on it. It's gonna take too long. Yeah. Now give me your thoughts on Whitney. Oh God, I don't know. God bless all the biopics. What's gonna happen in the future? Mm-hmm. At least on Lifetime. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Whitney, I will always